Hello my fellow Cities Skylines fans and welcome to Fish&Chips for a landmark moment, because in this episode of my Designing New Cities Let's Play, I will be adding a new fishing village on this map. The original fishing village has developed nicely and it's time for the idea of the city, which is to have multiple fishing villages, to become a reality. The new one will be located here, across the river from the old one, and I will use something similar to what I have shown you in the previous episode for its layout and highway connections. Now let's get to building this. What I'm going to start at is actually this area here, which I explained in my previous episode, where I want to have this nice overview of this place because it almost looks like a Stonehenge with all of these nice different trees, and then only later I will actually do the connections to the highway when I want to start zoning and have people coming in. So first of all, as I said, I want to keep this nicely as it is without dealing any damage to it. So I'm going to use a highway ramp, but I have to disable all of these so I can have nice manual control over it. So I'm going to start about, I think, here to give it a little bit more breathing room, and then do a nice circle all the way around this place. Okay, and so we continue onto this side, a bit more of a curve here, a bit less of a curve here. So this is where the tunnel is going to be, so I'm gonna go down at least like 2 levels and then come over here and connect it to here. So it's going to say slope to steep, which means I have to go a little bit more back because I want 2 levels. So there that is, and then this can go easily above this area, and I don't want to waste too much space. I want it to go just right next to it. There we go. So what this means is that the person driving in through here has to go all around this beautiful area and then go into the city. But I still don't want him going into the city right here. I want him going to the city a bit further away from the center, so I want to go down into the tunnel and then go to the left from here and go to the right from the same spot. So something like this, and then go over here. Now, because this is where they will be coming from, I do need to add a connection here, which I can do pretty much from, let's say, this point, and then go over here and go into here. So that's how they're gonna be getting into it, and I think I've already shown you how I plan to do this in the previous episode. So here we need to think about where exactly are the zones going to be and how this is going to look like. So the fishing can be done on this shore and this one. Now the only question is, do I want to fish here a lot because these people are already doing this? What's going on here? Something about not enough workers. What's the situation here? Let's see. It says unemployment 13%, yet not enough workers of well educated. Okay, and what is my population education? Well educated? Yeah, only 14. With the 2 high schools, well, I think this is something that only time can fix and not adding anything else. So I'm going to let that run. And as I said, I do have a lot of fishing going on here. I'm not sure if I were to, let's see, anchovy. I'm not fishing for anchovy here, so I could fish anchovy here. And what is this along the shoreline? I think that's salmon. Okay, so we could have that, and we could have these like the ones here, like just being farms, and they don't have to have boats here. So we could have some fishing here, and definitely here we have shellfish for the most part here, and some anchovy as well. So yeah, I think we can have both sides be the fishing areas. So we need paths to take the population who's obviously going to live in here to both sides. Now if we are going to have fishing on both sides, we should probably keep the sands, okay, so that we can place those fishing factories here. So let's see, if I were to place one here, it would give me a road here. So the sand is up to here, and I want to have it here. So that means that I can have a road here with some maybe industry or offices, something, and then have the buildings here. So yeah, I'm going to do a road here on the edge. Now I do have nighttime on for just having some fun and having a little bit difference in the view I give you during these Let's Plays. So that is why I now have nighttime. Now let's see about that road. I think this is going to be a 2-way road because I don't want to overcomplicate things here, but I'm going to do a nice curvy pattern following the sand here because I don't want to ruin too much of it, and all the way to up here. I think that's enough. I don't need to cover any more of that with that, and over here the same thing. Alright, so that finishes that, and now we need a place for the people to live at, and now we know where they're going to work at. So fishing up here and up here, some offices here, commercial, and so on. To do that, I need to follow where I put these ramps for the incoming traffic from the highway. So one here and one here. I think I have a hill over here. So unless I want to, well, I could use that actually to my advantage. Let's go. Let's see. No, I want to keep going like this and then turn up to the hill and get out with a tunnel about here. Yeah, that's beautiful. And then we get onto the hill, and from there we can go again either over here or over here downhill. I think that's going to look nice. And let's see about this one. This one really is inside of a flat land. So let's, for example, go up to here. We could actually make an artificial hill. Yeah, why not do that? So raise the terrain, maybe absolutely strongly. Yeah, that's right. That's a big nice hill. And now to make it a little bit less uniform, a bit over here, a bit over here, a bit over here. And then I think I just need a spot up here where I can... Whoop! Okay, that was not what I meant to do. I'll need to iron this out. Okay, let's fix this. That's better. Okay, and now I need this spot here where I can actually draw the road. That's right. Okay, that is working out nicely. As I said, the tunnel, which is going to start from over here and then climb behind the hill somewhere about here. Where are you? Nope, not yet. Okay, let's move this actually a little bit forward still. So somewhere about here, and only now do we go up. There we go. And now we climb the hill, and from here we go from here to here, and from here, well, actually let's go from about here. I think it's going to give a better position. There we go, all the way there. So it is quite roundabout to get into the city, but I think it's going to give it some pizzazz. Next thing I need, as I said, is places for it seems to live at. I'm going to put these grids back on so I can get nice roads with zonable places. It is still night, so it is a bit harder to see actually where I want everything to go, but I'm going to try and do it like this. I'm going to do it once again something different. I'm gonna go with something that you could call triangles, but not exactly. You'll see what I mean. More of a zigzag or a diamond squared if you want it like that. So about here and then over here, and then this one creates the next diamond, which is probably gonna go all the way there, and from here I go like this and then go back here, and this area here I'm going to probably have to use it like this. There we go. And then let's see over here. Yes, from here to here. Now I would rather avoid making another four-way intersection here. Let's try something from here like so, and then a straight one here, straight one here, and that one goes in there. But from here we then have new ones going like this. There we go. And then should be able to get another one through here, connect it back into this one, but I want a straight line, not a curved one. So like this. This one would have to go like this, connect here. This is now unnecessary. Okay, it's daylight finally, so I should be able to build this more easily now. Let's go up to here, and then from here to here, from here all the way to here. And once again I just need to find which spot am I going to go from. So let's say from here up to here, down to here, and back into the spot. From here I can give it a nice straight here. I can connect these two at least. This one will have to go down here, go up. This one over here, 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 and no, that's gonna be very bad. So let's do a new one. Let's do a new one from this spot. Give it some more room, all the way to here, for example. Then connect the two. Okay, and these two should beautifully connect about somewhere around here. Delete that. This one here, and this one here. And of course I do need the ones here. Extend this one all the way here. Make more from it. This is gonna be overkill, but I think we can actually do this just a little bit differently if we add an actual roundabout here. So let's go like this. Not the perfect one, but I'll live with it. Okay, and they all spread out now nicely. This thing can go all the way here, this thing to here, this thing all the way here. And now, of course, I don't have a connection for this thing, but I guess I can just place some services here and they'll go from here. I think that's about enough. I don't really need too many, and I think I already made more than I will need, at least for the beginning. Okay, so this really gives it a nice look, and I should finally connect this to the highway. Let's find the spot where I drew this road. There it is. So from the highway, let's see, going from here into a tunnel, going forward right about here, and then turning. I think I still have a straight road on instead of the curved one. Yeah, that was the problem. Draw that in to here. So we have a way in, we need a way out. That is a good question, because I haven't really thought about where do I want them to be going out of the city from, and I actually haven't even connected the ins yet. So this one can go on several places. For example, let's say connect it here, and also no. How about somewhere inside? Yeah, something like this. You can go down there. Okay, and this one, oh, it's already here, so let's go like this. And from this side, since it's already there, let's go here. But we should probably add some more. Yeah, just like in the other place. In the middle, or no, not in the middle. Let's go perhaps from here. And yeah, I think that I'm going to leave it at this for now, but it's probably going to create some problems and will be fixed on later. So that's an in, and now we need an out. As all of these are connected, and we do have this one, which I'm not sure what to do with, we could actually make an out already here, like so. Go around it from here and draw it over here. Of course, I will have to go down one layer to actually get these underneath each other, or perhaps this one is already low enough. We'll see in a moment. No, let's go back a little bit, down, and then can you cross? No, you can't cross it. Okay, that's a bit weird, but that can be fixed if this one has a deeper section. So let's go down to 3 and then connect, and then you should be able to cross it without issues. So you're the out, and you go to about here, but you need to merge with something else. Somebody else needs a way out. Let's say a way out from here. I think I'll be able to merge you sooner already here, and we should probably have another out, let's say from down here, and you can get in here as well. So we are going to enter the city on its sides, but be able to exit it on the inside, and for that I think I need another one over here, like so. Well, actually I wanted to have yeah, I wanted this to be the tunnel right off. So let's try and get that. Yeah, and then turn into this one. So they are all going to go use this one lane highway ramp to actually get onto the highway. And let's see, just from here, that's gonna be, I could draw it actually all the way here probably. Let's see. There, and then connect here. Okay, but I also need a way for the folks from here to get into the city, and I can do that practically from this place here if I go like this and then connect into this one. And I also need a way for them to get onto this one, which can be taken as a line off of this one here if possible. Yeah, there we go. And then they get into here. We'll see how that goes with the highway ramps. I am probably going to have to switch some for example, later on, these arrows so that they cannot use this one as they pass through here, and for example that they cannot use this one, and over here that they don't use this one for going through. And there should be one more or not. Wait, yeah, there is one more. Not use this one to go forward. That about settles it for the highway. The roads are here, and I think I pretty much can start zoning. The first sims that I'm going to move in are gonna go into the square ones because they are practically the easiest ones to place. I'm just first going to place the district so I can implement some of the district policies that I'm going to need as soon as possible, which means at the start of zoning. Like this, I'll fix it up later. You can tell me your own ideas for the names of these districts, so I'll just try it as usual. Name me, please. And as I said, the first zone here, but since this area here has a lot of space in the middle, I want to really use that up nicely. Oh wait, the policies, right, I almost forgot about that. So recycling, banning pets, smoking ban, parking education boost, they need tax relief, maybe high-tech housing, but that's about it. I won't deal with anything else here just for the moment, so don't need any more advanced ones. As I said, I think something nice and huge would be cool here. Let's just see. Oh yeah, this is going to fit perfectly. It just needs an actual roadside to be placed, but I'm going to see if it's possible to trick the game a little bit. Yeah, but no, it needs access to vehicles, right? I was thinking of leaving just walkways, but then if a police car has to get here, it won't be able to reach it. Okay, let's do it a little bit differently then. Which one doesn't have any? I guess from here. Although it's close to... It would be best from here, actually. So let's go from here. There we go. But of course this would ruin the zones. But using my handy tool to disable the zones, this stops being an issue. I actually need to enable zoning before. And now I can disable the zoning. This worked out great. I'm also going to be placing some walkways here, so that sims can have an easier time getting here. And let's see, can we fit these nicely without taking up too much of the zones? Yeah, it's going to take up some of the zones, but I'm okay with that. I just want to make it look nicer. There we go, and just disable these here. I mean, delete them. Yeah, so 3, 4, 3. I think that's gonna be okay. Yeah, of course, water, power, yeah, all of that. I'll do that in a jiffy. Because I do have plenty of water, I can just connect the two water systems, and the old system is going to provide all the water necessary for this part here. As for the power, I do have plenty of power, which comes from several of these wind turbines. Well, several dozen wind turbines from here. I'm not sure, do I have nice wind areas here? Actually, I do have nice, especially over here. So I'm going to place these like so, if I can just fit it. There it is. I doubt it's gonna fit here, but I think that's going to be plenty. And one more here. And then we'll have an easier time expanding the power as we get zones built here. There we go. And so let's place the first zone. I'm actually thinking of going high density here because I think it's going to match this area more beautifully. So let's go where I can have 4x4s like this, but not like one next to each other. Leave more room. Let's say from here to here. Leave this one empty. 4x4 here and another here. Let's say then here, not here, and here and not here. Yeah, these should go up, and I'll put some commercial areas in between. So one in here, and let's say one in here. That should be okay for them. And then I'll go with the low density residential on the other places in here. For example, across the street, I don't think I'll put anything because this is high density and going to create some problems if I put a lot nearby. But homes, for example, can go into these other streets. So, yeah, it's too bad I cannot disable zoning on just one side of the street. That'd be really useful right about now. But okay, I'll go with zoning being low density here. I do have lots of demand for residential, commercial, and everything, so that should not be a problem, and these places should go up very quickly. As for their services, I will probably place several of these smaller ones, and that should provide better coverage. So not in here, let's do it where the zones are ruined. So let's say from here, but no, again, traffic, no. Where are the zones that are busted? Let's say here. This, let's say on the other side, some busted zones here. What else do we need? Fire, of course, not really for the Sims, but more like for the industry. But they can catch on fire and burn down their homes, so yeah, that too. Some police. Let's see, some busted zones over here. And of course, they will need a school, which I think, yeah, what takes up a lot of space? This does. Yeah, but again, it needs a roadside connection. That's the part that annoys me. And yeah, I should have disabled the zoning on these, because these are just going to be roads where people are going to be passing by. And I don't need zones on these. People should be moving in here soon. All the unless I forgot some connections. Let's see what's going on underneath here. I think I actually made a mistake here in one of these roads. So this should be going, whoops, in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's okay now. Good. Now they should be able to move in. There we go. 1 out of 7. So people are starting to move in. Did I place that school or did I stop there? Yeah, I forgot to place the school in the end. Let's say over here. And that pretty much means I don't need this one anymore, because the school will pass on the power. There we go, the little homes are already up, and they will need a place to work. So let's start with some fishing down here. Let's see, just what should we do? Anchovy, because this is all full of anchovy. Let's start from here, connect this with the road, like so. Okay, so this will of course need power. We will have to draw power from somewhere. And does it have water? It has water, so water power. What's with this thing? Did I connect this road barely? The fishing route? Oh, the fishing route, not the road. Right, that's okay. Let's see which one does it start from, or does it really matter? Let's do a nice small route, not taking up too much space here in the shallows. And that's it. Now it should lose this sign. It did. It has some workers, so these guys have somewhere to work at, and it should then start producing fish, which will of course need to be sold at a fish market. That can go somewhere where I can use up a lot of space with it. That's gonna work out. And a fish factory maybe a bit later. Now, I'm not sure how many jobs they are going to need, because I have only a few of these right now, and I actually forgot to put on a little bit commercial in here. Let's say a corner shop here and another corner shop here. And do we have... No, not really, but let's put a 4x4 here. Now, this, as I said, should be unzonable. There we go. But the offices could go here. I have a really cool view, like you go from your office and take a dive here, as long as these fishermen don't fish out of the sea. Yeah, but this is going to require power, services, and so on. Power actually is already here, but services and so forth. So I have one place. The office is here right now. What is the... I see. Okay, there's the power for you. Well, I think this pretty much sets the tone for the next episode, in which I hope to fill all of this in with lots of zones, have lots of building grow here, have some of these smaller high density centers, and you will see if the way I've connected all of this is going to create a traffic nightmare or not. And also because the services from this part of the city will probably want to go over there and do their job, I'm probably going to have to use that mod, as I mentioned it several times even in my Spiral City, to prevent services from going from one district to the other. I'm going to have to test that out, see how it works out, and then use it that way. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more episodes.